So now let's begin the nighttime levels. And it's here that Crazy Dave tells us that, yo, so zombies are gonna be a lot more aggressive here. So good luck I guess. Which is all that Crazy Dave says, but quite frankly, all of the nighttime levels was seriously the most easiest thing I've had to deal with. I mean, all thanks to the free and spammable puff shroom that we can instantly plant up. He may have a short range of like 30 tiles, but still he does good enough damage to even handle out like basic zombies. It's practically like a free pea shooter or something, only if it had like limited range, but even though he does get attacked a few times, he still does an okay job I guess. So I guess then what do we do after that? So then after handling the final wave of the zombies, we are now given a fume shroom which does piercing damage across multiple zombies, so really good I guess. And also Dave now found his car keys and wants us to spend money. Nope. Anyways, after skipping Crazy Dave, it is here where we see how each of our nights begin. First, we will start out by planting sun shrooms, which are like nighttime levels sun producers. At first, they basically give like 15 sun in their first stage as they start out really small. Then in their second phase, they basically give 25 sun, which is the exact same amount as a normal sunflower, and we need 2 rows of these guys in order to like have good defenses. So nighttime levels are pretty much really slow with that. Well, let's see the end. Night 5 is here and Crazy Dev tells us we have to play whack-a-mole with zombies or whack-a-zombie. So the entirety of this night is just whacking every zombie with a hammer. Really fun way to basically get all our frustrations away after what happened to the other two rest of our lawnmowers. Seriously, what were they actually thinking? Like, this just does not sound like a really good idea, though. Why would you make a great game have to use ads, though? Okay, but seriously, anyways, after we take out the last wave, we now are given Hypno Shroom, and this guy is gonna be important, especially for the football zombie. So, let's just hope we do really well. I mean, I literally said that these levels are easy, so, yeah. Night 6 begins, and then we have a football zombie just running towards our tiny little puff shrooms. We then hypnotize him with a hypno shroom, and that's pretty much it. Like, we're only gonna use hypno shroom on that guy, since it's technically the most tankiest zombie in this game, other than a later zombie we're about to see. But but still though, anyways, he's still basically the most tanky around here, so it basically will be good to like hypnotize him. But seriously, remember, this is the nighttime levels, we don't have that much sun with us. So then it's basically important that we hypnotize him, and also the disco zombie who also spawns in other zombies. So that's also another good thing we're gonna, so those are the only two we're basically gonna hypnotize. Maybe even a buckethead maybe, but still though, like that's pretty much it for this night. And after clearing out the last zombie, we're now given a scaredy shroom. It's pretty much like a mushroom for it's pretty much a mushroom version of pea shooter, but only if it was actually like scared when zombies get close to it. Is it gonna be a problem? Yes, but for nighttime levels, it's actually really good though. So then, I ain't even gonna complain about him being scared whenever a zombie gets too close to him. We won't even care. We won't. It does not even matters. It does not even matters for us. Why are there so many graves in our house? Like seriously, why are there gravestones inside in like our lawn? How and Crazy Dave? Why? Anyways, after handling this zombie having a door for a shield, we now unlock Ice Room, basically a mushroom that freezes everything in the entire lawn. All zombies are now frozen, which is really cool though. So, next night, night 8, and here we can actually get Doom Shroom. Very overpowered plant in this game. It's gonna be really good, but we also now see the Disco Zombie. And anyways, here he is, Mr. Disco Zombie, who just spawns in for zombies. Only for us to immediately control him, that is. And then he almost dies. because then he has terrible HP. But hey, I mean, at least the good thing is that he spawns in backup dancers who also are basically like weaker against the normal zombies. My gosh, this guy is slightly trash though, especially in his team. But at least then he summons in other zombies though. So that's basically like extra defenses, I guess. But seriously, like again, nighttime levels just feel way too easy. So then instead of me ending this part with just nighttime levels, I might as well go for the pool levels as well. But anyways, the final wave spawned in, so let's use Doomshroom, and he practically takes out every zombie in like the entire area, and we're only left with this one final screen door zombie. Okay, just take him out. Just take him out already. Like, he does not have that much health. Come on, he does not have that much health. Just take him out already. And now we're given a letter, so it's practically the same as daytime. They are about to launch an all-out attack. This night practically became the most easiest thing ever. Like, most of the zombies aren't basically much of an issue. Since then, we're given Ice Shroom, Doom Shroom, and Hypno Shroom as well against the football zombies. Scary Shrooms for long range, and also Puff Shroom because they're just there. Grave Busters to give us more room in order to use our plants. More Doom Shroom, and then basically blowing up the zombies, you know, just like that. And this basically became one of the easiest nights ever in this game, because then since we're given so many overpowered plants, this becomes way too easy. And in my opinion, nighttime levels in PvZ1 are the easiest, minus in PvZ2 because then for obvious reasons. If you haven't played the game before, then I'm not gonna explain it. You can just go watch other. You can just search it on YouTube. But anyways, after beating that level, we now have Lilypad, and she'll be joining us in the pool. So let's go. First day of the pool level, relatively easy. And so after beating the last zombie, we're now given a squash, and this guy will be used heavily on the pull levels, because then these pull levels are really slow, I will tell you that. Okay, so let me show you a little strategy that I've developed during these levels. So then for first, I basically start out by planting a lot of sunflowers, and if I do see like let's say a zombie, all I have to use Potato Man to take out that zombie, and then after that I basically plant around 8 sunflowers. I begin by planting a lot of pea shooters, and once I do have enough pea shooters, I'll say around like 2 rows, I then plant more pea shooters on my lily pads, and then this is how my defense will normally look. But I will also be applying chomper as well, because then why not? So last wave hit, and then we unlock a 3-peater. And I will tell you one thing, I did not even use 3-peater, even the slightest in these levels. So don't suspect me to use him a lot more. So next up, here's how everything works out. We plant around like 8 sunflowers, plant a potato miner to take out the zombies. Well, normally the first zombies. After that, the next zombie comes in, we use potato mine a lot more. Then once we have a good amount of sun production, we then place pea shooters, and also planting some lily pads and also some pea shooters on the pool whenever they like cover up the entirety of the land. So after that we have to cover the pool, and that's pretty much how this works. Okay, so then after we beat the level, we're now given bacon for some reason. So you might be thinking to yourself, what do we use the bacon for? Well, apparently, Crazy Dave wants the bacon, and he gives us 1,000 for just bacon. So, in his store, he now has new stuff. So, of course, we'll be getting an extra, like, placement, while also getting the rake as well, because then it takes out literally the first zombie ever. So, next up, level 5. So, in day 5, Zomboss for some reason decided to shrink all the zombies, which basically makes them a lot faster, but they're also a lot weaker. This definitely makes them a lot easier to kill, I will say, but the fact that this is basically like a conveyor belt level really does kind of make this easy, except for the part that there's way too many scuba zombies in this level. The football zombies don't become much of an issue because they have literally low health, and so this level really just becomes the easiest thing ever. While also after we beat this level, what we're basically given is a we unlock a jalapeno which destroys an entire lane. So pretty much a lawnmower, but only if you needed sun and also had to plant it. Next up day 6. So to tell you something, the pull levels basically just went out the exact same. I just repeated the exact same plant placement, and literally it just made everything a lot easier. Still have not even lost a single lawnmower, which I'm still questioning, like, why are they put next to the pool? That won't even kill any zombie, that'll just kill the one that just goes to the land. But anyways, aside from the weird lawnmower placement, all other levels were basically way too easy, so I'm just going to skip to like the last day of the pool levels. Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest, the last day was pretty much way too easy. Like, there wasn't even much of a challenge. Like, look at the defenses. We have too many three-peaters. Torchwood basically buffing the attacks. This level was way too easy. So then let's just hope that I get a challenge at least in the fog and the rooftop levels. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. So see you, shroom.